Hello and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing the monthly for the lovely Aries for August 2018. Aries is actually, I'm a Taurus Aries, or Aries Taurus cusp. I'm born in the very first few hours of Taurus, so connect super well with my Aries friends. A lot of Aries tendencies. I think it's both my Mercury and my Mars, so. Alright, and I got some comments on some of my other videos that the music is a little bit loud in a couple of them, so I turned it down, and I hope that it is not too loud. I might just go turn it down a little bit more as I shuffle for you guys. Alright, I hope that's good. And I'm sorry about, like, if it's hard to read the names or what the cards are, I will try to put them maybe a little bit up to the camera, and I'll tell you what they are. They the only difference with the names for my Gustav Klimt deck are the pages, which they call knaves. They also call cups chalices, and that's, I mean, but those are pretty obvious. So that's the only differences that you need to know about my Gustav Klimt, which I'm going to be reading for Aries with, because they're just very much an Aries energy. I don't know, I get from them. Alright, so here we go. And again, guys, this won't resonate with everybody, unfortunately. It's just not usually like that. There's just too many of you, and you know, you gotta just check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. You might not know which one you'll resonate most with. Sometimes I resonate a lot more with my rising sign of Cancer or my moon sign of Virgo. So just check them all out. Get one big message. So at the beginning, we get the 10 of Cups, came out on its side. The High Priestess. Sorry, it's a little bit bright there. You get Strength reversed. The Ace of Wands. 3 of Wands reversed. 8 of Swords. Push these up a little bit. Again, guys, I'm so sorry for the way this is shot. It's going to be really different within the net. By like around mid-month, I'm going to be shooting in a much better way with hopefully a camera. So I'll be able to fit a lot more in here, and it'll look a lot better. And I probably am going to be doing a lot of them outside, or at least in that outer porch area at the house. So I'm moving to a house with a backyard and everything, and it'll be so nice. The 8 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and I feel like I really want to pick this one. The Knave of Chalices. Alright, guys, so this is your August 2018 outlook here. I swear to God, is that thunder starting already? I swear. If that's what's happening, then you got some big changes coming, huh? The universe is telling us something. So, okay, at the beginning of the month here, we got the 10 of Cups and the High Priestess. So you might be emotionally in a really good place. You guys have been working, I feel like Aries have been working a lot on their inner selves, on maybe their spirituality, on who they are as a person, on balancing themselves, on finding their happiness and what they truly want to do in life. You know, maybe you found your path, maybe you found your pack of people, maybe you found your family, maybe you're just having a really good time at the end of July, early August. You know, maybe you've been on vacation, and it's given you a better perspective on, you know, where you've been throughout the year, because I feel like Aries, you guys, a lot of you, I mean, like most people in 2018 so far, it's been a tough year. It's been a lot of massive changes, a lot of things, especially because of the planet. So I do think that with the 10 of Cups here, it is a good, I mean, I feel like you are really happy. You're really emotionally fulfilled. Maybe you feel like you've been through a lot, but also you're really happy to be where you are and to be with the people that you're with. And, you know, you're celebrating. This is a very celebratory energy. Then we get the High Priestess here. And we take a good look at her. And she's like, the High Priestess knows where, she's a card of knowledge from the past, of knowledge of ourselves, of our intuition, of, you know, being kind of like, not necessarily a bad know-it-all, but knowing where you've been, where you want to go, and having a good sense of who you are through it all. Like, you've come out the other end as a smarter, more well-rounded individual because of maybe your past hurts and the things that have happened. Like, you see all those little lines there. I kind of think of them as like tally marks. I don't know, it's kind of a shiny card, but they're like little tally marks. I feel like those are all the battles that she's gone through, all the things, like all the hardships, everything that has happened to her that has made her who she is today, which is a better person, a more intelligent person, somebody who is a master of maybe even giving advice. So maybe you guys are really wise at the beginning of this month. Let me do some clarification, because then we get strength in the reverse there, and that's impatience. That's letting your ego get the best of you. That's letting the vices, or, you know, the parts of you that are rebelling, you know, a little bit. I'm gonna actually do the clarification with my Rider-Waite deck. I don't know, but strength reverse after that is kind of interesting. It's like you've been through all this, and yet you still, in typical Aries fashion, just don't have the patience for waiting for this to come in. It's like the Ace of Wands is kind of there, and you're trying to make it come out, but like you have been so impatient for it to come in, this change. And maybe you haven't been able to see the future because this change hasn't come in, or you haven't had this Ace of Wands yet. You aren't able to see like where you're going. You're not sure. And then we get the two, I'll go into the eights actually after, because I want to clarify this first before I get too much on a roll. Okay, I was like, is that a thunderstorm starting like intensely in the background now? Jesus Christ. Half my readings are filled with thunderstorms, but that's Florida for you at this time of the year. It's like winter in Florida basically because of the weather. Like, I feel like it gets better in the fall, and then we can go out and enjoy the beach more without worrying if it's gonna like start thunderstorming. Alright, so 10 of Cups, High Priestess, Strength Reverse. Let's check them out. Let's check out this top row. Let's get some clarification. Please clarify the 10 of Cups, the High Priestess, and Strength Reversed. First here for Aries for August 2018. Get the 5 of Swords. The Hierophant. Interesting. Very much spiritual. Very much about your higher self. There's something to do with your higher self here at the beginning of the month. And then I got the Emperor. I got him reversed actually when I pulled him out, so I'm gonna leave it that way. So maybe it's that, yeah, you guys are looking to your intuition, and yet you feel like you've been working on it, and yet you feel lost because you don't have any control. Maybe somebody took something from you, and you were expecting your intuition to help you, to guide you, to help you figure this out. And the message is like, it's just unknown right now. It just feels like, what the heck, like, I've been through so much. I really thought by now, like, it would be a lot clearer, or I'd be able to figure this out more. And yet the Hierophant here tells me, I don't know, he almost feels like blocked. He almost feels like, not yet, you have to wait. You don't have the control yet. You're not supposed to have control of this situation. Yep, that is thunder for sure. So yeah, that's definitely it, guys. You guys don't have control. And when Aries don't have control, I mean, this is your card. The Emperor is you. It is representative of an Aries. Excuse me. And he's upside down. You guys don't have any control. Maybe you're lashing out, you're getting angry. This is that Aries when it's out of control and it's pissed off and it's frustrated. So you might be taking it on other people, and don't do that. Don't let that side of you, so that's what this is. This is that side of Aries that makes you like, get really mad and like kind of, I mean, like, I've been there, guys, because that happens to me. I'm very much Aries in that sense of when I'm upset, when I'm frustrated. It's like the Aries side comes out, and you're like, well, why not? Why won't this just happen? I don't understand. I've been working so hard at it, and like, I'm putting all my fiery energy into it, and when it doesn't manifest, you feel like there's such a lack of control. You just get so mad, and you might start lashing out at people and acting a little bit irrationally, and maybe not even like actually, but like throwing shit around, in your life, throwing stuff around like in your brain. You know, you're just like, no, this, throw that, and like you're just throwing words around, throwing them at people, and it could be, you know, just like control that energy, okay? Because it does seem like there's the Ace of Wands right here, and I'm gonna get some clarification for that, and the 3 of Wands reversed now. And if it is a love life situation, then it must be really frustrating, Aries, because it seems like you guys have no idea why this isn't working out. Maybe you had a really good time in July, and now all of a sudden it's like, what the heck? They just took all my swords and left me. Like, what the hell is going on here? I thought, like, I had control of this, because when you're reeling somebody in, you guys are, like, magnetic. And very much in that fire sign, like, Aries are very magnetic at first. They come on strong. and they leave an impression and they don't give up until they get what they want. So when that doesn't happen and they don't have the control, it's kind of like, what the hell? Like, I don't know how to live like this. This is frustrating. Like, if you can't force your way through life with your fire, then it's very, and like, you know, dominate. It can be a lot for you guys to not have control in your own life. Okay, so Ace of Wands, 3 of Wands reversed. Clarified it for Aries for August 2018. We get the Wheel of Fortune reversed. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you guys are frustrated. Something hasn't... Divine timing is saying it's not now. And you're just like, why? I'm carrying all these. I'm so goddamn tired of carrying all these wands here. Like, whatever all your responsibilities, maybe it's like, you can't get this, you can't get something off the ground. It's been like, I'm doing this all by myself. And like, what the heck? 6 of Swords reversed. So yeah, it's hard because you can't see a way out. You can't find a way out. You're carrying all these, and yet you don't know where the hell you're carrying them all to, is how I feel here. So here, I'm gonna move these a little bit. And I'm gonna say, the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Wands here, and then that. It's just, yeah, it's like the timing hasn't happened. You're stuck carrying all these because you don't have control over when the wheel turns, okay? You can't have control over the universe. You can't have control over when stuff is just blocked. I mean, and you gotta remember, there's a lot of retrogrades happening this season, and like, you know, you don't want to think that those factor in, but let me tell you, I've had some Mercury retrograde stuff happen already with technology. It's been a pain in the butt getting these readings out, guys. An absolute pain in my ass. It's been so frustrating. Sorry, I'm trying to move this, but then I lose the light because it's just like glaring on these because it just got so dark outside. Ugh. Sorry guys about that. It's not my fault. The weather changes rapidly. It was literally just sunny out. Like, I was just out running like 10 minutes ago. But yeah. It hasn't happened. You guys are stuck carrying all these wands and you're like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to be doing this anymore. Like, I don't know how to move on. I don't know where to move on to. Like, but like, you're like, do I just drop it and leave? You're too afraid to drop it and leave, as we see with the 8s there. So I'm going to put these actually away now. Just so I can move these up so we can take a better look at them. So yeah, with the 8 of Swords here and then the 8 of Cups, it's like you are stuck. You're stuck because you can't move on. And I'm just going to stand up. It's so dark. I need to put these up to the screen now. Like, ugh. And I still have like 3 lights on. Okay, so here we have, yeah, we get the 8 of Swords here, which is locking yourself in a prison, like a mental prison. It's telling yourself all these swords are bad thoughts, are negative fears, are a fear of moving forward, fear of this, fear of that, you know, not believing in yourself, thinking, saying bad things to yourself about, you know, what you can accomplish and who you are and the type of, you know, maybe even your looks, whatever. It's just all the insecurities that you have, and they're just blocking you and closing your eyes, and you're just wrapping yourself up in it. And you also can't figure out where to go. You're like, I don't know what to do from here. Where do I move on from? Where do I go to? I have all these options, and like, you're reconsidering whatever path you've been on. You've been like, you're like, I don't know how to move on. Should I move on? It's kind of like that. It's a very confusing energy. It's a lot of confusion and mental, like, roundabouts, mental, like, it's getting stuck in dark mental loops of negative, what is the word I'm looking for? Negative thoughts and negative, it'll come to me, but, yeah, it's really not a pleasant feeling right there. That's like tying knots in your stomach through your own thoughts, you know, and you still, like, you're juggling, like, you're like, okay, so, like, I can either move on or I can give up. I can either move on or I can give up here at the end. And you're like, I don't know if I have energy to be, like, having both of these here. So it's like you're managing either 2 different jobs or you're weighing 2 different options here. If it's people, you're just trying to figure out, who do you like more? What do you do in the situation? I don't know who to choose, or what is my option here, you know? Let's pull some clarifiers for these bottom deck ones here. I'm just gonna, I'll bring these all back in the end. I just want to move them out of the way so we have some more room, just because I don't have enough room, and I don't want you guys to just not be able to see everything. Okay. And then we have that Page of Cups at the end. So there is a message of love, a small message. A message coming in that tells you something that makes you feel good. At the end of the month, maybe from a water sign, maybe from someone younger than you, or, you know, a quick fast, like, do you want to go on a date with me? If it's a love, I mean, it is the Knave of Chalices, the Knight of Cups here, and, you know, he's a young, attractive guy. He's got his cup here. He's like, do you want to go out with me tonight? Do you want to go grab a drink? Literally with that cup. It could be that at the end of the month, and that could be, or it could be an offer that still makes you feel like that, like it's the beginning of something new, something that makes you happy emotionally. So let's pull some clarifiers. Oh my gosh, and half the cards drop out. As thunder starts cracking, so that's pretty crazy, guys. Aries, you're bringing on the thunder. Big storms this season for you. It's going to be feel pretty stormy, I feel like. Alright. Please clarify the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Knave of Chalices for Aries for August 2018. What do they need to know about the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups here? What do they need to know? So telling them there's some advice from Spirit here. Feeling like August is a tough month for most of the people that I've read for. Maybe Cancer. I feel like Cancer was the easiest one so far. The Nine of Pentacles. This is what you are. This is advice, guys. Remember throughout these two, when you start feeling like this Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, like, I don't know. When you start, this is self-doubt, and all the awful, feelings and thoughts and emotions and things that tie you back in life that go along with this self-doubt. And innerly, like, somewhere deep inside, you feel this Eight of Swords energy, and I feel like I don't really have to explain what you did to you guys. If to everybody it's different. It's different things that hold you down, different, you know, thought patterns, different ways that, like, negative, fear-based energy is what it is, and it surrounds you, okay? It makes you think these awful things about yourself when in reality you're the Nine of Pentacles. You have it all, okay? You have everything that you need, and you look amazing, and you're beautiful, and you're wonderful, and you have talent. You have something to give, and you shouldn't be afraid of where you're going in life, because you are that person. At the end of the day, remember that you are still this Nine of Pentacles no matter what is going on in your lives this month. You are still this amazing person, guy or girl. Like, you're still amazing, okay? Magician. You can make anything that you want happen, guys. You really can. You have all the tools and you have everything. You have all the knowledge, all the tools, all of the universe behind you, all of, like, this energy behind you to make this happen. Aries, that's you guys, you know? You're the first of the zodiac, number one here, the Magician. The Fool and Magician to me always remind me, especially so the Magician with Aries, because they can make things happen, and they somehow will, if they want something, they will go and figure out everything that they need to do to make it happen, and they will, like, just they will go beast mode at it, and they will make it happen. And you guys have that, like, fiery first of the zodiac coming out, like, coming out on fire energy all the time, you know? You guys are creative, and you can figure it out. And you will use all your talents and everything that, like, you have to forge your way through all this, okay? It seems like maybe even you might work on a side hustle that might become profitable for you guys. And that could be what gets you through this month, you know, at the end of it, when you don't know what to do. Because that Ten of Swords is leaving, okay? You can make that Ten of Swords leave with your own power. And then we get the High Priestess, the Unknown. This will be you at the end of the month. You know, I know that the High Priestess came in, you know, more towards the beginning of the month there. But the High Priestess is also there at the end of the month. She is telling you that you are going through even more this month, and you're going to become more in tune with who you are and your spiritual path and the journey that you want to take, that you need to take to get to where you want to be. You're going to get to be that woman that you want to be, or that man that you want to be, or get that knowledge and those skills that you want and need this month. You're going to be able to maybe even connect. If you want to become more spiritual this month, this is a great month to do it. You have a lot of things that seem to back that for me, is getting in touch with your higher self, your spirit guide. Either that, or maybe getting in touch with somebody to help guide you, okay, spiritually, or somebody in your life that you feel you can trust to guide you. So that's interesting. I'm going to pull another clarifier here for, like, end of the month here with this Knave of Chalices. Move these guys over. Beep, beep, beep. It's like the quickest thunderstorm ever, I swear, Aries. You brought it on. Two of Pentacles again. Oop. I'm going to see, though, because that one didn't come out naturally, and I wanted... Okay. Any last messages from Spirit for Aries by the end of the month here? Where will they be by the end of the month? Still juggling your side hustles. Kind of seems like, Nine of Swords. But the star is there, okay? There is hope, guys, okay? Throughout all this stress of, like, you know, you're waking up in the middle of the night, and you are so, like, if you can't get in touch with your own spiritual side and find, you know, strength and calmness and know that you have the power to get through all this, you're going to be feeling like you're juggling all this during the day, and then at night you're not even sleeping because you are thinking about all the things that are stressing you out in your life right now. You have regrets. You're like, I did this wrong. What was I thinking? What was I doing? I don't know where to go from here. And it's going to be kind of a hard month for some of you guys, but you know what? There's hope. I feel like, honestly, for a lot of signs, by Virgo season, there will be hope. By September, there will be more hope. There will be changes, okay? And you have to get in touch with your spiritual side, with the heavens, with the universe. It's got your back. The universe has your back throughout all this, okay? This is all happening for a bigger purpose, to balance out your life in a different way, Aries. And that's what I'm being told right now, is that, you know, this is a hard time, but it's making you into this person so that you can achieve your dreams, that you can, and just know that the spirit, spirit and the universe is behind all of this, okay? So I'm going to put these ones away so we can take one last look at all the cards again. Together, and then I will pull out that Gypsy Witch card for a last message from Spirit. Okay. I hate that it does this to these ones on the side here, but it's okay, I guess. So yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. So we're starting off in a strong stance. I feel like we're starting off in a strong stance. We're going to become more of her by the end of the month, because you know that underneath this Knave of Chalices, this Page of Cups here, at the end of the month, there is more. There's juggling, and it's frustrating, but it's also, you know what? You're going to start to see things coming in by the end of the month. Things that you love, messages coming in, you know, that are going to make you feel more validated in who you are. And if it's not happening this month, it will be, I think, in early September. Okay? So I hope this was helpful to you, Aries. And if this did not fully resonate with you, you can contact me for a private reading if you still are confused or anything, or check out your other, like your moon and your rising sign, if this is your sun sign, or if this is your moon sign, you know, check out your sun, moon, rising, whatever. And again, guys, until August 3rd, all my half-hour readings are just $15, so check that out. And let's see this Gypsy Witch Tarot message from Spirit. Ooh, why are these so hard to mix up right now? Usually they're not hard. Alright, number 17. The fish is emblem of riches through stalks, but if distant foretells failure and disaster. I do feel like the fish is coming in. This is like you're going to start getting your catch in here, you know. This is like your fruitful catch or whatever. If you were a fisherman, you haven't had fish in a while, like maybe there's been a shortage of fish out in the ocean. This is just like a stupid metaphor right here, but you know, if now is the time by the end of this month where you're going to start catching more fish. You're going to start figuring out new ways to catch them. You're going to start finding new ways to bring in these riches, okay? And it's going to start coming in. You guys haven't been doing all this for nothing. You haven't suffered for nothing. They're on their way, okay? It's just not this exact timing. I know that's really frustrating considering all the eclipses that have happened, and everyone's like, okay, well, I thought the eclipse was going to change everything, and I would just bang suddenly get all this stuff. Unfortunately, the case all the time, okay? Unfortunately, but it's okay. It's changing things in the long term, okay? So things are going to start coming in slower, and I think by September a lot of changes are going to be with us and manifesting in our lives. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, Aries, and have a great August. Check out other videos. Like, subscribe, and share. And have a great August. I already said that.